A lightweight bout, Manuel Torres coming in at -198 against Nikolas Motta, coming in at +198. Over under 1.5 rounds, +125 for the over, -125 for the under. Manuel Torres is 4-1 in his last 5. Same with Nikolas Motta. And some good hands for Manuel Torres. I mean, you're looking at the stats, not a large sample size, but it says he lands 10.5 strikes per minute, which is pretty damn high considering Nikolas Motta is sitting at 3.37. So you know he's going to come out swinging, and it's probably going to be a stand-up battle. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, I like Torres here for a couple of reasons. I mean, he's slightly longer, and he fights longer too with the kicks and the good combinations. Like, he's super technical with the boxing. He almost reminds me of like a Baja Mendez, Ignacio Baja Mendez, who we saw like with that kind of length, and he uses his length well. And from Nikolas Motta, I look at his record, and he's losing to Jim Miller, who's 50 years old. You know, Jim Miller's obviously still doing the damn thing with that big knockout in his last fight, but he got knocked out by him. He beat Joe Lowry on the Contender Series by decision, and then he knocks out Cameron Van Camp, who had 2 fights in the UFC until they were like, yeah, no, you're not a UFC caliber.
That guy's got to be probably he's like, what, 6'1", 6'2", lightweight. He's got to be like the smallest, biggest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, he fights so small, but he looks so big. It's crazy.
Right. So you're knocking him out, and, you should be knocking him out. But, I mean, I don't know. I just – if this fight plays out on the feet, which, 100% should, I just think Torres' volume, his accuracy is just going to look better to the judges if he doesn't knock him out before it gets to that point. But yeah, overall, man, I'm kind of a fan of Torres. I'm excited to see him again because that Frank Camacho fight, the accuracy he had to knock him out, and even leading up to that, kind of stunning him over and over and over, was fun to watch. But I want to see him at maybe a step up from Frank Camacho to see what he's got. But all the signs point to him beating Motta, in my opinion, and being the better striker here.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, because I know Motta got that knockout against Van Camp, but I just can't put much into that. Like, I just really can't. I was watching that fight. I'm like, how is this guy 6'2" and he's getting caught time after time by Nikolas Motta, who's like 5'10", 5'9", like somewhere around there. Not a good look, but I got to be with you here on Manuel Torres because I think the hands are a little bit sharper. He's got a little bit more power, and the activity is obviously off the charts with the hands, like with the volume and everything. He did pull out against Trey Ogden. Was it 3 months ago at UFC San Antonio due to medical issues? So I don't know if that's just due to the weight cut or whatever, but hopefully he's got that figured out now. But I just think, I mean, his only losses are by submission, and I don't think Nikolas Motta is going to come in here shooting takedowns and taking it to the ground because he doesn't have a submission win on his record. So Nikolas Motta has been knocked out 3 times before. I'm going to assume that Manuel Torres can get it done in that fashion as well, considering that's how he gets it done. So I'll take Manuel Torres by knockout.